The humid Houston air clung to Anya Sharma like a shroud, but it was the icy dread in her stomach that truly suffocated her. Her thumb hovered over the end live button on her phone, fingers trembling. A bead of sweat traced a path down her temple, cool against her carefully sculpted cheek. Dante's face, distorted by rage and the poor connection, was still burned into her retina. "You think you're untouchable, huh, Anya?" he'd snarled, his voice a venomous whisper that carried a promise. She knew that promise. She knew the rules of the game they played, a game of calculated risks and brutal consequences. She'd always been a step ahead, always saw the angle. But that night, that confidence felt like a flimsy shield against the weight of his final, chilling glare. This wasn't just about money, not anymore. This was about a line crossed, a betrayal that echoed deeper than any online spat. Her breath hitched. The gate clicked shut behind her, the sound of final metallic judgment in the suffocating silence of her River Oaks driveway. Welcome to Eyewitness True Crime Stories, where we share crime stories and documentaries with life-changing lessons. Kindly support us by subscribing to this channel and turn on the notification bell icon. To the world, Anya Sharma was a vision of modern success. At 24, she'd meticulously sculpted an online empire from her base in Houston, a rising star in the beauty and lifestyle influencing scene. Her vibrant content, from flawless makeup tutorials to aspirational luxury car reviews, captivated hundreds of thousands. She exuded charisma, every post a testament to ambition, every smile a perfectly crafted message. Her dream was clear, plastered across her feeds, to launch her own high-end beauty line, a brand that would transcend the digital, reaching boutiques across Texas and beyond. She built not just a following, but a future, one aspirational click at a time. But the online world, much like life itself, has layers. And beneath Anya's meticulously crafted facade, there was a different story, a different reality that was far less polished and far more dangerous. What if the very platform that propelled Anya to fame was also the stage for her downfall? What if her online influence extended beyond endorsements, into the murky waters of a different kind of deal? The public saw a queen of content, but police quickly learned she might have been a queen of something far more unsettling. And a chilling post from her past hinted at how close she'd been to this edge before. 7 months before her final, fatal night, Anya Sharma had already stared down death. On a humid night in late July, she was caught in a brutal home invasion. Attackers had forced their way into her apartment, tied her up, and ransacked the place. She escaped with her life, but not without a permanent reminder. A jagged scar along her right forearm, a wound that whispered of a far more violent encounter than any social media post would ever reveal. While official reports labeled it a random act of violence, the whispers in Houston's underground told a different story. They spoke of Anya not as a victim, but as a key player in a high-stakes game. Some called her a bait doll. This wasn't about fashion or beauty trends. It was about using allure as a weapon. A bait doll uses charm, carefully crafted appeal, and often an unsuspecting target's attraction to lure them into vulnerable situations. These situations often lead to robbery, assault, or worse. The bait doll identifies marks, focusing on those displaying wealth, expensive jewelry, cars, or designer clothes. They frequent places where such individuals gather, exclusive nightclubs, high-stakes events, private gatherings. The process was often sophisticated, constant communication, often through a hidden phone, relaying location and details to accomplices waiting to strike. The target, perhaps influenced by alcohol or false intimacy, would unknowingly lead their attackers directly to them. Sometimes, the bait doll would even feign intoxication herself, further disarming the mark. This elaborate deception often culminated in the bait doll slipping away, leaving the target exposed to the waiting crew. Could this sophisticated influencer, admired by thousands, truly be living a double life? What secrets was she accumulating? Just weeks before her death, Anya was arrested for money laundering, directly connected to a high-profile narcotics ring operating out of the Fifth Ward. she posted a hefty $75,000 bond, walking free. Who was she really working for? Had her ambitious climb pulled her into a web far too dangerous to escape? The image of the aspiring entrepreneur was shattering, replaced by something far grittier. And the cracks in her perfect facade were about to explode into public view during her final damning moments online. It was just after 1:30 a.m. on January 10th, 2024. The city of Houston, thick with humidity, was settling into its quietest hours. But in Anya Sharma's meticulously arranged living room, a different kind of storm was gathering. Her phone screen glowed, illuminating her face with the harsh light of a live Instagram call. On the other end, Dante, the shadow, black. The air crackled with hostility. Their exchange was a volatile dance of veiled threats and street codes, a language far removed from Anya's usual polished patter. Dante's accusations sliced through the virtual connection. He claimed Anya had sent his guy into a trap that cost him everything. The specifics were obscured by rage and digital distortion, but the meaning was chillingly clear. A recent deal had gone wrong, and Dante held Anya responsible. The public saw a fiery influencer defending her turf, but the undercurrent was far more dangerous. 30 minutes. That's all the time that passed between the end of that explosive live stream and the moment Anya stepped out into the night. Why? Was she reckless, seeking to confront someone who pulled up as threatened? Was she terrified, checking for an unseen presence? Or was it an overconfidence in her own cunning, a belief she could navigate any peril? We may never know for certain what compelled Anya to step into the darkness, but someone was waiting. Someone was ready. A single shot pierced the stillness of her River Oaks driveway. Anya fell, the silence of the night swallowing her last breath. The Instagram Live was a performance, but the ending was brutally real, and the man who argued with her online would soon try to erase his digital footprint, raising more questions than answers. The news of Anya Sharma's death tore through Houston's online community like a wildfire, and in the immediate aftermath, Dante the Shadow Black reappeared on Instagram Live. His face, usually a mask of controlled intensity, was now a mix of feigned shock and frantic denial. He adamantly disavowed any involvement, claiming he'd been nowhere near River Oaks. He even tried to shift suspicion, accusing another figure, Marcus the Ghost Rodriguez, of the crime. But Dante's performance was short-lived. Soon after, another prominent street figure, Leo Viper Sanchez, posted his own video. He directly challenged Dante, calling out his attempt to deflect blame onto Marcus. Leo's words hinted at a deeper connection between Dante and Anya, making many wonder if Anya had been one of Dante's key bait dolls. The online back and forth ignited a digital street war, a flurry of accusations and finger-pointing, yet no one took responsibility. It left investigators asking how many of Anya's high-stakes deals were connected to these very men. The street talk quickly offered its own theory for Anya's demise. Karma. Many comments on her social media, appearing moments after her death, accused her of recently setting up someone. This person, they speculated, had reacted with brutal force on her driveway that night. Her own Instagram feed provided chilling context. Photos showed her confidently holding a sleek silver handgun. Others displayed stacks of cash and a recurring motif of a specific shade of crimson clothing that subtly signaled her affiliations within the city's underground. Could a life lived on the digital edge, intertwined with real-world dangers, truly lead to such a swift and brutal reckoning? Was Anya Sharma a victim, or did her own actions seal her fate? 11 months later, Houston police are still searching for answers. No arrests have been made. As the silence of the investigation stretches on, a chilling question remains. Is justice delayed, or is it simply that no one wants to speak the truth about Anya Sharma's double life? A $5,000 reward. That's the amount authorities placed on information leading to an arrest in Anya Sharma's case. But for those who knew her, no amount of money could measure the need for answers. Officer Truman Fitzgerald made a heartfelt plea, standing before cameras, urging anyone with knowledge to come forward. "This is someone's daughter, someone's sister," he stated, his voice reflecting a desperate call for justice that resonated far beyond Houston. Yet, as the reward posters circulated, street talk began to paint a complicated picture. Rumors spread, and questions about the motive fueled quiet conversations in neighborhoods like River Oaks, where such whispers often hold the keys to truth. But fear can be a powerful silencer. Some worry about retaliation, others distrust law enforcement, or simply convince themselves someone else will speak up. These reasons create an invisible barrier, one authorities and Anya's family are determined to break. Why do people hesitate to speak up in cases like this? As of this video, 11 months after the incident, the search for Anya's killer remains agonizingly stagnant. No arrest has been made. Anya Sharma's absence is a wound her family carries daily. Her mother, Eleanor Sharma, describes the loss as a constant ache, a void no words can fill. "I just want justice for my baby. She didn't deserve this," she stated. Her family remains relentless in their quest for answers, holding on to the hope that someone holds the key. They've turned their grief into action, attending meetings, speaking publicly, and pleading for information. Despite the heartbreak, one question echoes. When will Anya's killer be brought to justice? And how close are investigators to finding the truth? Anya's story serves as a chilling reminder. The lines between reality and reputation can blur. The allure of fast money, the dangers of a double life, and the unforeseen consequences of actions, particularly in the digital age where every trace can be exposed, can lead to ultimate silence. Though rumors suggest she might not have lived without controversy, no one has the right to take another's life. There are better ways to solve disputes.